There he goes. These little redfish are delicious. He's freaking out trying to catch that pinfish. So pinfish is, you got him. All right, watch this. You ready? Go. Welcome back to the harbor. Beautiful harbor that it is. We're back here out on Gasparilla Sound, actually on the Boca Grande side. And it's a cold winter morning. It's actually not too bad. It's warming up a little bit now, but it was pretty cold this morning. And this is a new customer of mine's boat right here. I was washing it, and I was planning on doing a little bit of wade fishing this morning in some of the holes that are left because the water is dropped out. Like the bottom is out right now. The bottom has fallen out and the water is down, I should say. But when I was walking on this dock this morning, I mean, the sheephead have moved in thick, stacked with big sheephead, couple of dozen of them, and then also snook mixed in here and there. So I decided to go get some shrimp, a little bit of live shrimp here, and we are going to do the first bit of sheephead fishing this season. So enough talking, let's jump in, see what we can catch. All right, they had 2 dozen hand picks left, so I got 2 dozen of those. I suppose that's that, and then a dozen regular. Not much difference, but don't need big shrimp. You're targeting sheephead. In fact, you don't need shrimp at all. It'll take crabs, the best bait. Mangrove crab, black mangrove crabs, the best. Then shrimp. Then, actually, barnacle's a good bait. I've never really done it, but I see them do it all the time on YouTube land. All right, if I was fishing for the snook, which I may eventually, I'd just hook him in his head. Since I'm sheephead fishing, I like to just get him kind of twisted and tangled and mangled on that circle hook. Kind of make it look like a crab, make it look like a crusty, crunchy crustacean that's kind of sitting on the bottom. I gotta be quiet. I was banging on the dock. Couple little ones right there. I was banging on the dock while I was standing on it just to see, you know, how spooky they are. And they didn't care about that. But I tell you what, barely bumped my foot right here and a bunch of little ones took off. Bunch of jellyfish coming through. There was some huge sheephead. I mean, as big as they come. I didn't get a very good first cast, but there's a fish. Man, seems like these little snappers all I'm messing with. Snapper were all down the other side of the dock. Well, pretty little mangrove. I'm gonna switch over to this jig head. Switch to this jig head and see if I can keep it away from the snapper. There's a little snapper. All right, well, if we keep this up, we're gonna have to go back to plan A, which I changed to plan B, but go check a couple holes and see if I can find some red or snook. Gosh, you just can't believe how many big, I'm talking there was 30 or 40 sheephead underneath this dock. And 10, 15 of them were huge, huge sheephead. And this just ain't working. off of that piling. No, we can't do this. Can't do this all day. Well, here's what we're gonna do. He'd be close to a keeper. I'm gonna just slide over there and see if they're even here anymore, just for curiosity. Got one spot I want to hit on the way out, and then if not, we'll just go right back to the original plan, which is to do a little bit of wade fishing. Way closer to home. See, big school mullet cruising by. I'm not seeing those sheephead. It's interesting. They were there an hour ago. Huh, well, I guess I know why I wasn't catching them. Alright, this corner used to be covered with mangroves. Hurricane blew it all out, so there's very little overhang now. But on my way in, I still saw a few fish on it. A couple snook, it looked like, possible red or two. There we go. There's a fish. What do we got here? Solid snapper. Oh, we got a little red. A little red. A little wintertime rat red. Threw that jig at him. I wasn't expecting. Little baby red. Man, they choke him down quick. Dang. Blood and all over the place. I knew it. Open up. There we go. Got it out, buddy. You're gonna be all right. Just get that bleeding to stop. See ya. All right. I'm gonna throw the circle hook since there may be more. Set a little closer here. Still not getting quite underneath that bush where I want to be. And I don't have my trolling motor anymore. That's on the Gnu. I'm going to be using it soon, I promise. But now that it's all ready to go, there ain't no launches around. Ponce de Leon, where I plan on using it, shut down, and Port Charlotte Beach shut down, both spots. So I will be having to go over to, and I thankfully can at least launch at Lashley, but that was going to be the last spot I was going to be fishing out of. But point is, I don't have the trolling motor, and that was another red or sheephead. Something crunched him up. And that's really is one of the biggest things, most overlooked things in fishing, is just positioning. You got to be in the right spot, like exactly the right spot. Close is not good enough. Right now I'm just close. I can get out and walk. There's a fish. I could get out and walk if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Another little red. A little better one. Hopefully this guy didn't swallow it. Pretty fish. Come here, buddy. Nope. Got it right in the corner. Beautiful. I don't think the blue turns up on the camera, but Pretty, pretty fish. I haven't caught a little rat reds in a while. This was first fish, other than bass fishing. First fish I caught, a little rat red. There we go. A little chilly, slow moving. See ya. All right, well, maybe close will work at this spot. Let's see if we're into a pocket of them. One can be luck. Two is definitely developing a pattern. Three is certainly a pattern. I definitely could see a few fish in there when I went by it. Gosh, what kind of cast is that? Man, I gotta get closer. Keep drifting further and further away. My boat's spinning around. Very, very, very little wind behind me here. I gotta get closer here one more time. Okay, I got him right where I want him now. Gosh, fish right here. All kinds of fish right around the bottom here. There's a fish. Nope, that's an oyster. What do I got here? Tangled up on something there. I got a nice fish right in front of me. There we go. Oh, there he is. What is this? Little red. A couple of them down there with him. Itty bitty redfish. Pretty. Yeah, they're not even holding to those mangroves. They're just sliding all around the bottom here. Shoo. I've actually snorkeled this spot a few times. Actually, this is the first spot I spearfished. Got some decent snapper out of it on the other side of this corner. I'll sit here and catch rat reds. Don't bother me. Remind me of the good old days. Fishing with my grandpa and dad up in the creeks on the west wall. Simple fishing, that's all we did. It's one of two things. Either we were offshore fishing for red grouper, 20 miles offshore, dropping cut bait, cut squid, and then we dropped down chunks of squirrel fish once we got into the squirrel fish. And then other than that, just taking the little John boat, little 16-foot aluminum John boat, the old tin can with 25 horsepower Mercury, and just riding over from Port Charlotte. Ooh, that's a big fish right there. Riding over from Port Charlotte to the west wall creeks of the mouth of the Mayaca. Two nice fish just came through here. I'm on something. That wasn't him. Fish are just skirting all along. That bigger one's with them though. They're just sliding along off this flat into this deep cove. And these creeks, they got real black water, dark, muddy bottoms, darker water, and the fish, these reds in the wintertime, are stacked into those creeks and into holes like this, kind of a deep cut, and you can weed through. You gotta weed through a lot of them to get a keeper. I'll just say that. You fish there all day, you catch fish all this size, and then hopefully maybe you get 1 or 2 keepers. Now, when he first moved, my grandpa first moved here, he'd be like, "What are you talking about, keeper?" They're all keepers. One time they went in there, the biggest day they ever had was 101. They caught 101 reds, all about the size I'm catching right now. Well, I'm sure there was other sizes mixed in, but of course there was. 100 redfish they kept. Them was the good old days. That would have been in the 80s. Oh man, dolphins here. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Oh gosh, I came up and my daggum boot kicked the... Oh, there's fish everywhere. Big snook is what I was getting ready to say. There was a big snook right here. I came up and kicked the deck basically. There's another one. That's a nice red. Man, I'm right on a little bit of a spot right here. All kinds of fish swimming through here. Now Flipper's here to take advantage. There we go. Here it comes. Get out of here. Heck yeah, I'm glad that sheephead spot didn't work out. This is more fun. What a beautiful day. I'm gonna have to pitch him as far into those bushes as I can, and then he'll make it. All right, so you're gonna want to go left as soon as you hit the water, or push up to the right and get up on that shallow flat. Absolutely gorgeous day out here. Not a ton of boat traffic, not a drop of wind. Such a smooth ride. I haven't had a ride as smooth as this over in maybe ever. I'm gonna pitch him way up there. Where's he at? He's up on front. There he's standing. He's treading water at the bow. He's waiting for something a little easier. There he goes. Did he get that thing? I mean, he was super late. No, he didn't. He just gave him a scare. Blew my spot up, no doubt. Gummit. That's weird. He went right to where I threw that thing, but like 10 seconds later. It was kind of strange. There he's possibly leaving. Got some more fishermen coming in. Maybe he'll go bug them. What was I saying? Tell you what, there's been a couple nice fish come by here. I have to get something big to write home about. These little rat reds, again, I'm still kind of just hooking them similar to how I did with the sheephead. I just don't want the little snapper and stuff to steal my bait. But I could hook them in the head. I'm still not even getting to where I want to be. I'm just having a hard time casting. It's a little 2500 reel 10-pound braid, but I only have a little 1/0 hook. I do have a split shot on. These little shrimp just ain't casting. I don't want to get on top of them, but under that branch and right up, it's kind of like dug out under the bank. That's where I want to be exactly, but I'm catching fish and I'm still seeing fish. I've been seeing fish cruising in and out of this hole. So we'll stick to this spot until it stops working. So just stole my bait. You can see that first fish I hooked, though, I gut hooked him. It's actually more, it hooked him in the throat. I was able to get it out pretty good, pretty reasonably. But now I've caught 4 or 5 with this circle hook, and haven't had an issue. 1/0 circle hook, perfect for winter time. See, I've drifted back. My boat's kind of swinging back and forth. When I get back towards the shore, there's a snook. I'm good. There's a fish. See, as soon as I landed right into that hole, he was on it. They're staying back a little bit for good reason. Here's Flipper. That is a snook. He's swimming right to that dolphin. Look at him. Little Flipper knows the deal too. He's like, you want to take him off the hook for me? Nice snook or red just came out from under the boat. Oh, I've got the snapper slam. Snook snapper red. Let's see if I can pump fake him. He thought I was going to throw him that way, and he definitely did a little spin. Definitely did a little spin that way. Calling him back. He just heard them cast over there. A guy just cast netted off that dock, and he heard it and took off after it. Oh man, dolphin. Nope, come back around for that snook. I can't imagine he got him. It's been too long. If that snook was just sitting there that long, then I guess he deserves to get eaten. He did get him. He did get him. Gummit. I threw that snook. He's playing with him now. He ain't even that hungry. He's just bugging. I threw that snook in the water. See if I can hurry up and catch a fish and get it back in before he comes back. I threw that snook over there. He acted totally like wasn't even interested anymore. Started heading towards the middle of the canal, then spins around, goes over there, and catches him. It's like he knows they're dazed and they need a break, I guess. Something picked me clean there. Well, that's fishing. I was telling you about fishing in the 80s. We kept everything. Now, fishing in 2020s, it's catch and release, and the dolphins eat everything. It didn't used to be like this that I remember. They have grown accustomed to hanging around boats. Probably a lot of tourists, people feeding them their trout and stuff. And now they know, instead of hunting, just hang around the fishermen. I mean, that's tough. That fish was in the water for quite a while. He's right up against the bank. You'd think whatever he does normally to stay alive, he would have been doing it. And nope. And now I'm dealing with little pinfish and snapper, it feels like. He's blown up my spot. Seeing 2 snook over there I'm kind of messing with, but there he goes. Got him a mess of mullet. Maybe that'll distract my dolphin buddy. He's gonna go over there and get a couple, I'm sure. Mullet are a little on the small side. I'm not sure if he's gonna be keeping them or what. There's a nice fish over there. Let me see if I can free line a bait at him. me see something here. Get this big one on. Just gonna hook this one on the head. Let him swim around. Dodge some snapper a little bit. Maybe see if I can pick up a nice fish. I got a little redfish. He's on him. He's moved on. Got him. Just got it. You just let him go. He just said, hey, I caught a little redfish. There he goes. Nice to have a couple big pinfish over there. There we go. There's another one. Flippers onto him. Look at him. Hold still, little guy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him in the live well until I pull out, and then I'll take him directly over to the bushes and let him go and give him some cover for a minute. A little bit of fresh water. Boy, the wind must have shifted. I'm completely drifting away from the spot. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there now. I'm going to have to move to the back of the boat. I'm going to tell you, wintertime shrimp fishing it might be my favorite fishing. It's just a lot of action. Might just be a little bit of nostalgia from as I said, it being the first type of fishing I ever did, but it's very, like I said, very active. Multiple species usually. You never know what you're gonna catch. You're always gonna catch something. If you come out with shrimp and you don't catch something, then you're in the wrong spot. But you're always gonna catch something. And you may catch something really, really big. Everything eats shrimp. And you're usually gonna catch multiple species. 3, 4, 5 species. Very easy, common. I think what I'm going to add to this boat eventually is a power pole. Since I'm no longer going to be using a trolling motor on it, I'm going to be using the trolling motor on my Ginu and doing that type of fishing. You know, more of my artificial and fishing shorelines. Constantly moving. This boat is going to be reduced to my live bait and wade fishing, and here soon, you know, getting out to do some spear fishing. Since I can't keep the battery charged at the slip I'm in, so I'm retired. I'm no longer going to fight it and try. Just ditch the trolling motor. And it would be nice though to have a power pole. That battery would charge, just run off the house battery. It'll stay charged when the engine's running. Yeah, fish are still here. So that'll be the plan going forward. Let's see if we can do something here with this. Let's see if I can. See if I could use this boat hook as a second pin. Actually, let's try it. Let's try it right here. I took out my smaller stick-it pin. Oh, I didn't. It's right there. So I thought I took it out to put it on my Inu. I guess I didn't. Alright, now we're in business. Ah, we ain't going nowhere. We're in the hole now. Look how clear that water is. Well, I think it's time. I think it's time to break out the... turn this little snapper around and use him for bait. I think it's time to make some plans to do some spear fishing. I need to get a wetsuit though. Anybody got any recommendations on a good wetsuit? It's not crazy priced. Oh. Oh my gosh. Man, I forgot all about him. Forgot all about that dolphin. He just came in there and ate that little potato chip. Snapper. Golly. Caught me sleeping. Caught me sleeping. There we go. Oh, that was a decent fish right there. So yeah, start doing some spear fishing. Just gotta get me a wetsuit. What in the world? How'd that happen? This guy was kind of soft shell, little soft shrimp. Just kind of ripped him off. And the fish was pretty good till Flipper showed up. There we go. There's another one. And it's a shame there's not enough of the resources because these little redfish are delicious. At least they used to be. How big are these guys? 15 inches. Yep. That's still pretty. Just put you back here with your buddy. Keep you guys alive for later. I don't, technically, I don't recommend doing this. The man pulled up. I don't know if he'd buy my story or not. Oops, let that shrimp go. Let's see if he's smart enough to know I'm not letting him go. Move on to somebody else. There's another one. Gotta get it right into that pocket. That'd be cool to dive in there right now and see. Take a look and see how many of these reds are down there. Oh, he turned over. He turned around. He saw that flipper coming. Fish are nice and cold coming out of that water. Left my pliers in the truck, believe it or not. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to get you guys some water now. There's getting to be too many of you in there. Well, having fun. I hate to leave fish to find fish, so I won't. I think I got hooked up there with the shrimp. I bought 3 dozen, but I still got a lot left. You've had a snapper, a redfish, and a snook. What more do you want? Comment, my bail wasn't flipped right. Oh, we got a few more mullet. Wish he'd kick a few in the water and take the pressure off me here. I could let these redfish go. I'm letting it sit, but I am just slowly pulling it away, especially when I'm starting to feel hits. For 2 reasons. One, if it's a little snapper and pinfish, I'm trying to keep it away from them, which is mostly what I'm feeling when I'm actually feeling just little hits. By the time you feel a redfish hit, it's usually a game on. And then the other reason, I'm just wanting to do it because otherwise the redfish will subtly pick it up, kind of start swimming off with it. And then, as I said, these little reds, they just swallow it so fast. And then you're gut hooking all these catch and release reds. So let it hit the hole. If it doesn't get picked up right away, I just start easing it towards me, pulling it away. So as soon as it does get picked up, I'm ready. I feel it. I'm not sleeping. And they're swallowing it. There we go. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a nice red right there. And he's fighting me, and he's heading towards that dolphin. That's a nice one. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, that's a nice red there. He's not going to stay too well in this live well either. Dadgummit. He's going to be tired. That's a solid redfish right there. He ain't liking this boat. Buddy, don't burn up everything you've got right now. Where's that dolphin at? Is he over there with them? Yeah, now he's coming. And he's coming quick. Nice one. Let's get a quick measurement on him. 24. Let's see if he'll recuperate in here. If not, I might keep him. If not, I might just keep him because I ain't feeding him to this dolphin. I'm not feeding him to that dolphin, so we might end up keeping him. All right, here's the plan. What do we got here? What do we got here? Sand bream? No, giant pinfish. All right. I'm thinking about sacrificing this pinfish for the red. There he goes. Gonna get him. You got him. No. He's freaking out trying to catch that pinfish. The pinfish is. You got him. All right, watch this. You ready? Go. Go. He goed the wrong way. He's got the pinfish. Okay. I was gonna do that anyway, but pinfish flipped off the hook before I could take him off. And that made the decision for me. Let me toss back one of these reds while I'm at it. Get. He's still over there. Let's let another one of these reds go. And I'm in the water like that. He's still over there. Your last. Don't let him splash. Boy, it looked like a whiting. Sitting in that bait bucket, they starting to get scared for their life, turning pale. And they are super white. Look like whitings. Letting them go. That pinfish is just getting it took to him. The workers over there working in paradise. One of the fringe benefits, you get to go fishing off the dock. Oh gosh, look at that. Once again, kicking this dock, kicking this boat. I just spooked a bunch of snook. 4 or 5 snook sitting right here. And they're on to me. I took 2 shrimp and kind of mangled them and tangled them. I don't know what they're... Redfish won't mind that. I don't know if the snook are going to look at it kind of cross-eyed. working in paradise, kind of like today. You get to see all them sheephead. Although they weren't there when I got back, it did lead me to this spot, and I'm having fun. These little boys are having fun, catching a bunch of mullet. Little mullet. They're still edible. Not finger mullet. Let's see what this little tiny shrimp can do. First I thought I had a sand brim with that little pinfish. Alright, let's go get a little more. Bait. Again, the reason why I don't need that trolling motor, even though it's, I mean, of course it always makes things easier. Possibly the greatest advantage to modern fishing, greatest invention. But when you're fishing with live bait, you know, the fish are easier to catch fish that are in a congregation when you're live bait fishing. When you're artificial fishing, you have to cover a lot of ground. Nice snook right there. See those snook? I'm not hooking these in the head like to swim and look lively. And the snook tend to not really prefer that. I'm just kind of bunching them up on the hook. The redfish don't care. They're always rooting around. They just feed differently. Rooting around, grabbing whatever they can get. Crustaceans. More using their sense of smell. The snook kind of use their sense of vision a little bit more and suck, inhale. Do a lot more fish eating than shrimp eating, but they do eat. They eat plenty of shrimp, but they want it to look like it's swimming. You're not going to catch very many snook on frozen shrimp, for instance. Whereas if you're into the reds like this today, you can, no problem. So I definitely don't want to hook these shrimp in the head, though. I'll just be feeding the snapper. They'll be just plucking them off. There we go. There's a fish. There's another. There's a little better red. Ooh. Will pull me off the boat. Yeah. Not like that first, not like that big one, but he's as big as really the biggest one of all the small ones I've caught today. See, he comes up and he gets an eye on it. He's like, okay, and then he kind of veers off, acts like he's a little disinterested. So that's actually, yeah, that's a solid red. He's gonna be close to a keeper, actually. Definitely bigger than the other ones. You probably go 17. It'd be nice to have a pair of pliers. I'll tell you what else I forgot with the pliers was my little tackle bag, and that had everything. So thankfully I've got this little circle hook doing its job because I don't have any extra hooks. If you know me, you know that's something that happens more often than it should, where I'm always forgetting something. He's 18 right on the nose. I can keep him if I want, but probably let him go. We'll see. We'll see. Go back to my grandpa, you know, catching all them fish. I mean, he's just old school. I mean, he literally couldn't even have fun if we didn't catch anything to keep. Even when it got to where, you know, all the rules changed and you can only keep one per person and stuff. You know, if we went out there, fished all day and had fun like I'm having today, but we didn't get a keeper, something to bring home, multiple fish, enough to have a fish fry, in fact, he just wasn't happy. But times have changed. He did not grow up in the catch and release era. There we go. Oh, nice fish. Guy just had under the dock. Broke him off on that piling. Looks like something little messing with me. Well, I think I'm just going to sit here until these shrimp are gone. No sense in moving. The fish are getting bigger. Maybe I could put a surprise fat snapper or sheephead in the bucket, and then I'd have a meal. And there's a nice fish, something big, dark shadow underneath the bushes right there to the right, that overhang. Stripped me off, left me with nothing but the head. So I got that last one. I had him head hooked. I'll try that again. Oh, that's what I love about fishing. Saltwater fishing. So much variety. Even targeting the same fish. So many different ways you can do it. Here I'm shrimp fishing with the boat. Last few times I was out, I was wade fishing with live bait. One day, a couple days, it was mostly pinfish. Another day, it was white bait, which all kind of produced different results. White bait, definitely, I think I caught the most fish. Pinfish, definitely caught the best fish. Shrimp, this has definitely been the most activity. And you've got, you can wade fish with the artificials, which I might just do here for a little bit. And then we've got, what else you got? Wade fishing with live bait. They got a nice one. I think, no, they're throwing live bait. That guy caught that red there. Oh, it's a little grouper, little baby grouper. He's gonna be sacrificed to the flipper. Let's see if we can catch a fish while he's doing that. Eventually I'm going to get a kayak. We'll do that. I'm going to be doing the ginu fishing, where you're fishing, beating the bushes, beating the canal banks and river banks. Got him. Little guy didn't stand a chance. Oh, little sheephead following me out. Oh, got me too. Got me. The two big reds, though, did come head hooked. The other thing about using these circle hooks is it is a pain in the butt to thread a shrimp on there. It's so much easier just to hook them through the head or through the tail. Some of the circle hooks have that last little hook in it, that little curl, and it's darn near impossible. At that point, if you're fishing for sheephead or little snapper, snapper, or these little reds, I kind of hook it the way you generally never would hook it. How you would think somebody who has no idea what they're hooking. But I would just hook it through the body once, spin it around, hook it again. Just get it out there. It's good. I wanted to fish that spot where they're at. I was kind of wondering, after that guy caught a red, if it was how it was over there. And now they're doing it for me, so I can see, get an idea. I was going to want to push it up under these bushes a little bit more. They're kind of hitting the dock, but we're definitely fishing the dock. If I do it all over again, I get a little bit closer to this spot. But bump. That's a good bump. Come on. That's a good bump. Oh man. That's not a good sign. Too many little bumps. Might be messing with snapper now. Might just be playing with snapper. Give it a few more minutes, guys. Stick with me here. Forgot I got that redfish in there. Man, it was fast and furious when I first got here. Until that dolphin showed up, but it's still been doable. Yeah, they got the setup. That's what you need. Double stick it pins. And the trolling motor. It's cheating. Man, I tell you what, coming onto the island this morning, got right up to the bridge, right by the little creek, Coral Creek, and traffic came to a halt. Has he got something? Got another little gag grouper. I haven't caught one yet. He just caught two. Traffic came to a screeching halt, and it took me 15, maybe 20 minutes to get onto the island from the bridge. I mean, talking 2 seconds away. That ain't gonna work. Gave him an old heave to in the middle of the canal. And I caught, like I said, 20 minutes. And I know what it is. What it's gotta be is, because this is the second time this has happened, it's gotta be all the traffic going on for the reconstruction of Boca Grande. And they, because after Hurricane Ian, it was just like that. I mean, the traffic, like in all of Port Charlotte, Northport, just doubled, felt like. And so it's got to be what it is. I asked the guy first time, I said, what's going on? Was the drawbridge up or something? And he said, no, I don't know what's going on. This was like 2 weeks ago. And so today I go and I ask him, and unfortunately I got the same guy. I'm like, this is all from the hurricane, I guess, right? All these guys are trying to get on here to work. They go, no, we just have one of the lanes down. They always have one of the, they don't usually have 3 lanes. It's not that. But what does he know? He just works there all day long. You'd think he'd have it figured out. I suppose I could be wrong, though. I doubt it. I tell you what, I don't know what's going on to this bite, though. This bite has just gone completely flat. There we go. Not what I wanted, just a tiny little snapper. Man, I tell you what, that fish can sense it. One more shot and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Perfect a cast as I'm gonna get. There we go. There we go. Last cast, I was thinking, but maybe I'll give it a few more. Heck yeah. Here he comes. Did I hear a fish in distress? Pretty little fish, little guy, but I will take it. It's getting kind of slow there for a minute. Let's let you just hang around here for a few minutes, buddy. Wait till that dolphin leaves. Alrighty, well guys, a little bit of an abrupt ending there, but that's gonna do it for today. It was a lot of fun. It's so nice out that I didn't realize what time it was. It's 1:15 now, so I didn't get out till late, probably, I don't know, 11 o'clock or so. But time just blew by once I hit that second spot and got into all those reds. So definitely a lot of fun. Gonna have to be doing some more shrimp fishing in the future. That's the most reds I've caught in quite a while, one sitting. But this time of year, like I'm sure many of you guys are, if you're around here, you're busy, the season's here. And so I'm busy with my boat detailing business and then my other channel doing boat walkthrough tours. So that's Harbor Pilot. Harbor, change the name, Harbor Yacht Tours, if you want to check that channel out. So not fishing as much as I'd like to, and what happens is, you know, these seasons change so quick, really. If you're only getting out once a week, you kind of get out, you figure it out hopefully quick enough to catch fish before the day's out, and then you're done and you're off the water. And then if you're not back out for like a whole nother week or so, then you know a lot changes in a week. That's one reason why the guides are so good at fishing is, you know, they're fishing 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week, and you get dialed in and you just really stick with the fish. You know the flow, the pattern, and that's why they're so successful. Excuse me, when I first started my channel, I was fishing 2 to 3 days a week, and just in that little bit of time, which really is a little, 2 or 3 days a week compared to, like, you know, professional guides, you're really able to figure them out a lot better and just kind of have a better idea of where you're going to go the next day and what the fish are doing. So today I figured them out quick because I was working on the water, which is nice, and I saw all those fish. And by the time I got there, strange, they were just hanging, they were just sitting there, they weren't even really feeding off the pilings, and I thought for sure they'd be there all day. Then I got out there and they weren't. But, you know, if I was gonna come out tomorrow, I'd probably check that same spot first thing in the morning, like I was when I was there this morning working, and, you know, they probably would be there. You wait a week or 2 weeks, you come back again, and everything kind of changes. So, you know, again, if I was going out tomorrow, I'd probably go right for those sheephead. If not, those reds are probably likely going to be in that same hole. I'd go right back there, and 2 or 3 hours, you could have a banner day. A lot of mullets stacked up in here. But anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. I appreciate you guys watching. More fishing videos to come. A new slip here. It's not as easy as it used to be. But I'm getting used to it. I'm gonna pluck these shrimp out here. You guys still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just shy of a dozen. Not bad. I just fished for 2 hours. Let me hurry up and get that. I just fished for 2 hours with 3 dozen shrimp, and I still have a dozen left. And I must have caught a dozen reds. So in the wintertime, or anytime, if you got leftover shrimp, freeze them. And then the next time you're out fishing with artificial, here's what I do. I've got a couple little spots like that where we just went today, and if I'm fishing with artificial and it's not working, you got them frozen shrimp at the end of the day, you can use them. Or of course, if you're using shrimp, live shrimp, you can always use those once the live bait runs out. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Live from Eldred's Marina, sunny Florida. Get out there. You never know what you're gonna catch.